flex, flex. The livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I don't know how long I'm going to be. Just got home. I'm still going to the gym. And I just got this news about Prichard Cologne. This young man lost his life in the ring. You know, if you don't know, he had an accident in the ring. And he passed today. I got the news today. And salute to my brother Ratchet. I'm skipping the roll call because I want to get to the smoke. And I'm letting people know right now, a lot of what I'm going to say, y'all ain't going to like. And I just don't care. What's in darkness always comes to light. And when I say things and when I take a position on certain things, you look at fans of the darker complexion and you say things like, oh, you just race baiting and this, that, and the third. Okay. We're going to see right now on this live. We're going to see. Now, first and foremost, rest in power to Prichard Cologne. He didn't do anything but show up to fight that night. He didn't do anything but show up to fight. Here's what you need to know. When fighters sign to have a boxing match, let me ask y'all a question. Do you think they sign up to be cheated in any way, shape, or form? Now, I'm not saying he was cheated. I'm not saying that. We're going to get to that in a second. When you sign to fight a professional boxing match, it is to the understanding. That your opponent is going to be drug-free. The equipment is going to be correct, right? And you won't be cheated. Correct? Now, let me be very honest with you. I don't remember this fight. I didn't see it live. I had to catch the replay. Okay? I had to catch the replay. And to watch this young man go through what he went through, such a young age, and his story ended today, it's heartbreaking. This is a barbaric sport. It is. And it's difficult, y'all. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. And I get annoyed. When something foul happens and I make reference to things that could possibly happen, like what happened to Prichard Cologne today. And it's because usually it's a fighter that we support, black fighters, LDBC fighters. Trolls come in and they clown, and no. This is for the betterment of the entire sport of boxing. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if there are going to be a bunch of people talking about some kind of reform. No more rabbit punches. I'm going to go back and watch the fight, but I'm reading on Instagram. And salute to my brother Ratchet. He had to send me screenshots. People talking about there was a lot of rabbit punches in this fight. I'll go back and watch it. I'm not saying there was. I'm not saying there wasn't. What I'm saying is, oh, really? Now y'all want to talk about rabbit punches. Now y'all want to talk about lock up the damn ref? Who's the guy that he fought? What's his name? Terrell Williams? People talking about deleting Terrell Williams? Oh. So let's get this straight. The ref should be held accountable. I've seen people upload the ref's picture. The ref should be held accountable. Terrell Williams should be deleted because Prichard died today. Wow. If I'm not mistaken, the referee was black. Right now on Instagram, somebody said in the chat, we all know why that was allowed. And I'm waiting for this dude to respond. I said, why? What is he trying to insinuate? Because the ref was black and Terrell was black? I dare this dude to go there. As a matter of fact, let me check my Instagram right there. Joseph Cooper was a referee, a black man with a bald head. Okay, let me go back to Instagram right now. There it is. The clown just answered me 42 minutes ago because he's black. And dudes are giving it to him. Stop trying to scam people. Let me respond to him. You're a clown. So I guess Russell Mora should be burned at the stake, right? Let's see how much boxing you know. Because he's black. Clown. And this is what I'm talking about. Some clown named Foggy ST. Let me explain something to y'all, man. What happened to Prichard Colon is a tragedy. Now I got to go back and watch the fight because I can't tell you whether there was any excessive rabbit punches. I don't know. If there was, I'll get back on here and say, hey, there was a lot of rabbit punches, and it was the referee's job to take care of that. Because all we know is that Prichard died today. But when I go back and I say, hey, man, I'm shocked. Do you know if Joseph Ekbeko reproduced since the Abner Mares fight? How many low blows was in that fight? And they never DQ'd Mares, and Mares won the fight. Russell Mora was suspended for that. Thank you, Black Martial Arts Society. 28 low blows. 28. Not 1 point deducted. But y'all don't think that this guy's corrupt, right? Let me bring y'all up to speed. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Do y'all know what y'all reading right here? I just put in referee for Wilder Fury 3. Veteran referee Mike Ortega served as the third man in the ring for the third heavyweight championship fight between Fury and Deontay Wilder, October 9th of 2021 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. That's the AI review. And it still says here, Mike Ortega, guess what, Google? You're wrong. You're wrong. Do y'all know why that's wrong? First of all, I was there. It was supposed to be Ortega. Before we went out to Vegas, they removed Ortega, put him on the co-main, and moved Russell Mora as the main event. And I said, I wonder why the fuck they're doing that. I had to call Tay Jones. I said, brother, do you know that they switched Ortega to Russell Mora? He said no. I said, bro, they just did it. And Tay said, all right, well, Fury got to go in 4. And I'll be damned. Did Deontay not knock his ass out in round 4? And what the fuck happened? The long count. So y'all want to talk to me about Russell Mora? Y'all want to talk to me about how corrupt this sport is, and when I talk about how messed up it is, y'all don't want to hear it because of who I'm talking about. It says right here, it was supposed to be Mike Ortega. It was not. It was Russell Mora, and nobody could explain why that switch happened. Well, we found out. Thank you, Village Brother. He never reffed a heavyweight fight before that moment. Mike Ortega was completely capable. And right here it says it's Ortega. So if you're talking to a casual, they'll go to Google and they'll see this. But I was there. It was not Mike Ortega. It was Russell Mora who allowed 20 unanswered low blows between Mares and Joseph Ekbeko, the African fighter versus the Latin fighter. And Russell was reprimanded for that. Too late? Was it ruled a no contest? But I'm looking on Instagram right now. They talking about smoking the ref and smoking Terrell Williams. Do you see why I don't care that he didn't apologize? Speaking of apology, y'all know I'm going to bring up Ryan Garcia, right? Didn't that man do what he did, get caught, and then say, I don't apologize for anything? I'm talking about what he did to Devin. Even right now, he's talking about, hey, I'm not saying anything unless I get an apology from DHP for setting me up. He's standing on that. He's standing on it. Now, let me be clear. This is not a shot at Prichard Cologne. This is a shot at the system. Because magically, if Cologne is victim of the system, I've been telling you about the system for God knows how long. For as long as I had a YouTube channel. Now this young man is dead, and all of a sudden, y'all want blood? There was an attempt on Deontay's life 3 times. There was an attempt on Devin Haney's life that night. This dude was overweight, on drugs, and y'all didn't give a shit. Y'all didn't care. He was caught. Y'all didn't care. He lied about it. Y'all didn't care. He attacked George Floyd. Y'all didn't care. He said he wants to join the Ku Klux Klan. Y'all didn't care. I'm talking about you big lip knuckle draggers. You didn't care. So now I find it very interesting that the Latino fighter has passed away today. And I got some fool I'm about to cut up on Instagram right now. Talking about it's because he was black. As if we didn't have Daniel Kinahan running through the sport of boxing. Let's see. Kinahan, Irish. Fury, Irish, English. And y'all insist Deontay Wilder ain't get cheated. What about good old Jack Reese? Did we call for his head? when he said he did what was good for the sport of boxing and gave a 15 count to Tyson Fury in the first fight, gloves slipping off his hands. Rest in piss, Ricky Hatton talking about, oh, he said, pull me glove up. What? Deontay was fighting not only Fury in the ring, he was fighting an entire system. And we out there in the trenches with him. And y'all want to call for this Terrell Williams head and what's the ref's name again? What's his name? Let me pull it up right now. What's his name? What's this guy's name? Joseph Cooper. Now you want to call for this guy's head? Exactly, no smoke. We've been talking about unfairness in the sport of boxing for everybody across the board. No smoke. Before anyone calls me racist, don't I always get on here and say that Miguel Cotto got 2 losses on his record that shouldn't be there? The Margarito debacle, and guess what? Margarito was never caught officially. It's just that we know math. We know math. Not one time did I say, hey, man, I can't unsee this hook and that hook. I didn't say that. I said, yo, hold on. His face never looked like that after somebody touched him up. Block War Chisora. Send him to the trash. Rest in piss, Ricky Hatton and his entire bloodline. Cheating ass coke habit. Rest in piss. Goodbye. And stop using Derek's name in vain. Derek Chisora is the one that called Deontay and said, watch Fury's gloves. He be cheating. Derek Chisora said that. Clown. Moving on. Cotto also was made to come in at 145 pounds versus Manny Pacquiao, and Cotto was the champion, defending his welterweight belt. I've never heard that. Y'all are so good to say, oh, I've never seen that. I've never heard that. Have you ever heard of a fucking champion defending his title, but made to come in 2 pounds lighter on fight night to defend his title? Why? Because the other guy was more popular? Cotto was supposed to say no, but he couldn't. Why? He was a top-ranked fighter, and it's whatever Bob orders. Shout out to the WBO. I spoke on that. And all of this was happening when Cotto's English was bad. Pull me glove up. Get out of here. 20 minutes, somebody here talking about, yo, they want to call for the heads of 2 black men. But Ricky Hatton is in there making that fat drug cheat, helping him cheat. And bust this. Ricky offed himself. I didn't call for his head. He did the Lord's work. Amen. I ain't do nothing to him. He did it to himself. Amen. I ain't tell him to do that. I just say, hey, man, every dog has his day. God's watching. If he was on his way to a comeback, there was something bothering him that he did that to himself. There was something bothering him. Good. Good. Pull me glove up. So I see this dude's on my dick so hard he need a saddle, but I'll fix him. Watch this. Now, talk now. If you ain't been subscribed to me longer than a month and a week, you can't say anything. And if you type something else, you are a weirdo. You are a weirdo. So now, as you see, Google is lying. It was not Mike Ortega. It was Russell Mora. Yeah, glitch, the Gerald McClellan thing. I firmly believe Nigel Benn cheated. I firmly believe that. But when we talk about Billy Collins, right? When we talk about Billy Collins, what happens? What happens when we talk about Billy Collins? What happens? Oh, Louis Resto. And guess what? I agree. Louis Resto fucked up. Panama Lewis fucked up. What about Aaron Pryor? The infamous black bottle. The infamous black bottle. Cheating is cheating. Share something else. Look at this. All those low blows. Mahrez punched Egbeko's nuts out the top of his head. Look at that. Never deducted a point. Blatant low blow in the 11th round. I remember this. And Mahrez won a majority decision. I don't recall one black person calling for the death of Russell Mora. Oh, Big Soldier, yeah. Janabek, yeah, he popped dirty and yeah. I did a video on it. But you know what happened before that? You know why that was important? Because before we knew Bud was retiring, did they not have him in the ring with Janabek? Oh, he beat Canelo. Now he need to go fight Janabek. I was like, yo, who cares about Janabek? I want him to fight Boots if he's going to stick around. Boots was just in Canelo's camp. The story writes itself. Boots shouldn't have been in Canelo's camp helping him. And now I beat Canelo and I'm going to whoop you. The story writes itself. Forget Janabek. And then what happens? Janabek pops. I said, look at that. Look at that. I did my video on it. It wasn't even big news, right? Nobody wanted to talk about it. I did a meme and everything. I was like, yo, the Hebrew Hammer. He popped, I think the same week he popped or around the same time. I did a video on his ass too. I said, here we go again. And he think it's safe. He wants to show up on BFTB's chat? For what? Dude, you a cheater. You're a cheater. I don't want to hear anything from you. Ricky Hatton, cheater. He cheated so bad he couldn't take it. Only thing he took was his own life. Yeah, I said it. Talk to me about the video that was online of him doing lines. Talk to me about that. Am I making that up? Same thing with Carol Brook. He was doing lines, and the video was online. And when you got fighters out here doing the right thing, they get held to this weird, impossible standard. Prichard Cologne just showed up to have a boxing match. And I find it strange. I don't remember the rabbit punches. Like I said, they could be there. They could be there. But I find it eerily weird that y'all are calling for the lives of Terrell Williams and that referee, Cooper, because this kid passed. Now y'all want reform. Now y'all want blood. Now you want blood? How many Africans called for Russell Mora's head and Abner Morris's head in 2011? How many? How many? Tell me how many. Devin Haney was cheated out of his mind. We didn't know what the hell we was looking at until that weekend. He was basically tried, convicted, and dead to rights. And somehow, this became George Floyd's fault. He blamed George Floyd, black people, Muslims, gays, Supercar, Perfect Amino, Ashwagandha. What else? He started talking about kids getting kidnapped. He says, I don't apologize for anything. He blamed Logan Paul. Remember that? He blamed Logan Paul and his energy drink. And then when they threatened to sue his ass, he apologized. Y'all forgot? Y'all forgot? I didn't. Thank you, accurate. He blamed Scooter. Reverse the roles. If that was Devin, if that was any black fighter that did anything remotely close to Ryan Garcia, he'd be done. They wouldn't want to hear from him. But you Bati man, you Bati boys, you pillow bodies, you power bottoms, y'all love Ryan Garcia. He's running around the WWE right now. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, I'm in the Twilight Zone. But Prichard Cologne passes today, and the things that I'm reading online, holy smokes. Yeah, Felix, he blamed everybody. It was Perfect Amino, Ashwagandha, Super Carb, Scooter, black people, Muslims, gays. He's beating up his girlfriend. He's ruining hotel rooms, getting escorted out of hotel rooms with the Magneto helmet on. This kid was a train wreck. But somehow y'all love him. And he's the one that cheated. And we up here talking about, hey man, all I want is a clean sport. Y'all didn't give a shit. You know what y'all said? I can't unsee a left hook. That's what you said. That's what you said. Now, if I really wanted to be a douche, I could say a lot of things, but I'm not cut like that. Because Prichard Cologne has nothing to do with you stupid fans. And I'm not going to make fun of him and put a shroud over him because of y'all stupidity. I'm better than y'all. But I will point out the contradictions. Don't say rest in peace to this young man when you're a Ryan Garcia fan. I don't accept it. I don't accept it. Now, if there was excess, I'm going to go watch the fight. If there was excessive rabbit punches, yeah, then something needs to be done. It should have been done. But these are things that I always talk about. It's not only a black thing. Where were y'all screaming when Zab Judah fought the Hebrew Hammer and had a brain bleed? And this dude popped dirty and was suspended. Were y'all calling for blood? He's right here in Brooklyn. The Hebrew Hammer's from Brooklyn. He gets to pop up on our brother's live stream. I'm looking at my phone like, yo, that's him. Whoa. In what universe does he think it's safe to come to our networks and have an opinion? You a fucking cheater. You just got caught cheating. Why does he feel it's safe? We make him feel safe. You know, us as black fight fans, we're so dysfunctional. The biggest arguments we have over Deontay and Devin is big lip monkeys. We're talking about fairness and making fights. And you guys are slurping, talking about Chrome Hearts tattoos and protecting your favorite fighters. Oh. Meanwhile, this. Well, you power blacks, you blickety blacks, sounds like, from what I'm reading on the gram, sounds like they're calling for the heads of Terrell Williams and, what's this guy's name? Joseph Cooper. What y'all gonna do? 8-8 Sports Talking, that super chat. He says, Janabek popped and nobody cared. The only reason it was brought up is because Crawford was looking for undisputed at 60. Boxing just moved on. Exactly. And you know what? You might be right about Crawford looking at 60. I know we were saying, okay, he already beat the top dog at 68. There's nothing left for him to do. Although they had him in the ring with Benavidez. I said, nope, don't do that. You can go to 60 and clean shit up there. And the first name they were talking about was Janabek. And I said, that is weird. That's weird. Why Janabek? That's weird. And then he popped. It's not a coincidence, y'all. It's not a coincidence. You go see what this clown is saying on the gram. They giving him work. They giving him work. Hold on. Some nigga named No Why Ville. You buck dancing big lip coon. Shut up. Clown ass nigga. Clown's always worried about the wrong ish. Devin got planet Earth shook. Sick of these motherfuckers. Salute to Squirrely in that super chat. Much love. He says, and after all that lying, Ryan still got on late night TV with Kimmel. Salute to my bro Drewski. Keep that smoke coming. I'm on a job, bro. And this is what I'm saying. Devin's out here actually doing the real work. And this is what's celebrated. Ryan Garcia is the worst person in boxing right now. And the fact that the industry allows him to get away with this bullshit is extraordinary. It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. And I'm looking at all these clowns on y'all want Terrell Williams. You know what? F y'all, bro. Real shit. If Terrell got away with 1,000 rabbit punches, you know what? It's consistent with how corrupt boxing is. How about that? And it's wrong. But I find it strange that now y'all want to do something. What if Devin got hit with the left hook and didn't wake up and he ended up like Prichard? And then we find out he cheated. You know what you niggas will still be saying? Well, you know, Devin he didn't have to get hit with that left hook though. I'm saying, y'all would still be doing that. Now watch this. Hope you're listening. Now watch this. Cotto versus Margarito. Any one of those punches. Let's say Cotto hits the ground and does the Apollo Creed. Goes into a coma for 2 years and then they pull the plug. And then the Shane Mosley situation happens. And we're like, hold on. I think he did that to Cotto. Now, how insensitive would it be for me to be like, well, you know, I mean, Cotto, he didn't have to get hit with all those punches, though. Why wasn't he more defensively responsible? Huh? What'd y'all say? You see what I mean? It sounds very insensitive, doesn't it? Now, y'all want to talk about corrupt referees. Russell Mora. Y'all want to talk about corrupt referees. Jack Reese. Y'all want to talk about corrupt referees. Y'all remember a referee named Richard Steele? Or is that too old for y'all? We've been talking about how corrupt and fucked up this sport is for a long time. Y'all are just now catching up. If you got into boxing because you like how Tank's tattoos look on his nipples, then I don't want to talk to you because you can't talk to me. This is not a new conversation. What, you thought we was just whining because Deontay's our brother? You thought we was just whining because Devin and Bill are our brothers? That's what you thought this was? Y'all can never say I don't call out bullshit. When I see it, I call it. I was a strong Canelo Alvarez supporter until nigga ate a whole cow. And that's how he got clenbuterol in his system? Dude, no. No. Sorry, but not sorry. No, man. We're not doing this. Y'all want to talk about Oscar Valpez? Huh? I'm sorry? How'd you get those drugs in your system? He said Ice-T. Not the rapper. He said T. I said BS. Let's talk about the whole Canelo camp. I did a few lives on that. Camp Reyes, how many fighters popped out of that camp? How many? Like all of them. All of them. Yeah, Village Brother. Deontay said, I'm going to go fight Povetkin in Russia. He got halfway there. They said, yeah, you might as well turn around and go back home. Why? He popped. And we were like, again? Because that wasn't the first time. He popped again? Well, time to go home. Do you know, I was on Facebook at the time. Do you know there was people saying, hey, man, everyone's popping versus Deontay Wilder, man. He's doing something. It's Al Heyman, and he's doing something. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. These guys got so much pull that they could make drug tests pop. Well, shit, you would think Al Heyman was Daniel Kinahan. Whoa!
What?
Wow. Wow. The Reynoso Gym, my brother said 7. The Reynoso Gym. Have you ever heard of such a thing? If the Reynoso Gym was, I don't know, what's his name? Ronnie Shields. If Ronnie Shields had 7 fighters and they all popped dirty, what do you think would be being said right now? And the last person he coached was Errol Spence. What do you think we'll be saying right now? Everybody over there at the Reynoso Gym popped. Everybody. And we get on here and say, hey, man, Devin is looking to pay cats. Once you sign up to fight Devin, you immediately enroll to get tested. And guess what? They pay for it. Sort of makes you look at these cats that said no a little different, don't you? There's a whole list. There's about 12 people on the list, and nobody wanted to fight Devin except Brian Norman. Nobody wanted to fight Devin? What the hell is that? What's that for real? But y'all want to get on here and rest in power to Prichard Cologne. This isn't a shot to him. It's a shot to the boxing public. The boxing public. And y'all inconsistency. Don't you dare say rest in peace to this kid. Don't you dare. Because y'all are FOS. That's an acronym. Y'all are FOS. Rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in power, rest in power. You don't mean it. You don't mean it. Rest in peace, Prichard Cologne. Devin can't duck a left hook. And every time a fighter gets into that ring and somebody pops, the first thing I say is, hey, man, what was he trying to do, kill him? Watch this, y'all. I am not an Anthony Joshua supporter at all. It's actually gotten worse. To this date, it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. I just tolerated him before. Now, I don't like the guy. He's an asshole. Watch this. I was rooting for Jarrell Miller because not only is he from my city, but I just don't like AJ. And I honestly think AJ was scared of him. And that was his night. And what happened? That dude popped. He had like 4 different things. And when I met him at a Devin Haney fight in New York, I said, bro. He said, I know, man. I said, come on, bro. I was rooting for you. He said, I know, man. I'm going to get right. Little did we know he ain't been in the ring since that day. He wasn't in the ring for like 3 years. He had a whole pharmacy in his system. You know what I said? I said, damn, I don't like AJ, but I don't want to see him dead in the ring. That's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah, I want to see AJ get his ass kicked, but damn, 4 different things, man? What if you killed him? I'm on record saying that. And when I met Jarrell, I told him that to his face. What would y'all do? D-suck? That's what y'all would do. Y'all doing it right now to Ryan Garcia. Don't you dare say rest in power to Prichard Cologne. If you rooted for Ryan Garcia, if you one of those clowns who talk about, hey man, I can't see a left hook, don't you dare say rest in power to Prichard Cologne. Because you're fake. Because you don't mean it. You don't mean it. You're a fraud. Say it all the time. This is a dirtbag business. Who was the Latin dude that tried to cheat on Shockey Foster? They said Wilder was making shit up about gloves, right? After that, after Wilder Fury 2, everyone started checking gloves. And Shockey caught somebody. His camp caught the Mexican, or whatever the hell he was, trying to cheat him with the damn gloves. I'm not making that up. They got his gloves right, and Shockey whooped his ass. That wasn't Gabriel Maestri, was it? That couldn't have been. Isn't Gabriel Maestri the guy that tried to skin his gloves while he fought, what's his name? While he fought, that was Gabriel Maestri? That was him? Wait a minute. Didn't Gabriel get his ass kicked by what's his name? And he got robbed? He got to the glove. He got to the ring with skin gloves. You remember that? He got to the ring with skin gloves. Michael Fox, thank you. Fist of the Black Star. Michael Fox, he got to the ring, the gloves were skin, and somebody caught it. And the ref said, who signed off on these? And you heard someone say, I didn't. I'm like, yo. Gabriel got dropped in the second round and got outboxed, and they robbed Michael Fox. Nobody was in the uproar. Nobody was calling for an investigation. Well, Michael Fox investigated it. And what did the WBA do? They said, we've investigated ourselves, and we found no wrongdoing. And we all watched that fight. I said, well, damn. Miguel Roman, thank you, King. Michael Fox got robbed. I didn't hear anybody talking about, investigation, kill the ref, kill Gabriel. I didn't hear none of that. And on top of that, we found out that the WBA is a racist sanctioning body. Y'all forgot? Y'all forgot Gloria Martinez? Y'all forgot? Y'all forgot this bitch? The Nicaraguan called Michelle Obama a monkey. She's a Trump supporter. Y'all forgot about this? Check my page. Prestigious position in the WBA, but she's married to the president, I thought. Something like that. They gave her a slap on the wrist, and then she came back. I did a video on it. Go to my channel and then put in her name. Y'all are new to this. Thank you, Tay. Alejandro Herman ass versus Franchon Cruz Dezern. Shout out to the WBC, right? Had Franchon in there fighting a whole man. According to drugs, a whole man. I'm like, yo, huh? What does Mauricio Silliman say? Hey, man, y'all bullying her because she's gay. We like, no. We know she's gay. That's her girlfriend right there. She got bigger traps than me. We just asking was she drug tested. And after all of this bull crap, what happens? You found out that there was a problem right there. She was trying to grow a penis. Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Get your hand off my penis!
She was going through a whole sex change. And according to science and the drugs and everything else, Franchon was in there with the man. took them 4 weeks to give Franchon Cruz Dezern her fucking belt back. Alejandro Jimenez walked into the goddamn ring, was like,
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
yeah. Yeah. So rest in peace to Prichard Colon. I feel bad for what happened to him. I didn't like those videos of him being a vegetable. That bothered me, man. That bothered me. Looking at Gerald McClellan, that bothers me. I did a live when Gerald McClellan's sister spoke. There was an important part of that interview that was removed the next day. Do y'all remember when she spoke about how Nigel Ben came and spoke to her? Do y'all remember that? And it was removed off of YouTube. That part was cut out, but I already have it. Y'all remember that? I did a whole video on it. Now, why'd they take that goddamn part out? Why'd they take that part out? And it wasn't Nigel Ben that said it. Somebody came to her house and I think from his camp and told her, yeah, he was on drugs. And I went back and I couldn't find that part. I said, where the fuck is it? But I already recorded it. Why the fuck did they remove that? All of this is connected. So it's not far-fetched that, it is far-fetched that Deontay gets cheated. It is far-fetched. No, it's not far-fetched that Ryan cheated Devin. Y'all just don't care. So now Prichard Colon dies. And now I'm reading all these people talk about rabbit punches. Now, I haven't watched it in a long time. And I'm telling you, when there's a fight where a fighter has a life-changing experience, I have a problem going back watching that fight. If Miguel Cotto fought Margarito in that first fight and went in the goddamn locker room and ended up like Prichard Colon, I would have never watched that fight again, man. I just can't do it. Do you know I watched the Nigel Ben, Gerald McClellan fight live when it happened? I watched it. And after that happened, even with the invention of YouTube and some people had recorded it on VHS, ask me how many times I watched that fight. I haven't. I've seen clips and, I can't watch it, bruh. Y'all gonna make me go back and watch this Prichard Colon fight. Y'all talking about rabbit punches? All right, cool. I'm gonna go watch the damn fight now. And if you right, you right. But the sinister outcome, the outrage, you want to kill the ref. You want an investigation. You want Terrell Williams. You want smoke with him. What are you talking about? I thought this was boxing. Ridiculous. Hey, Charlene, I haven't watched any of those fights, bro. I haven't watched any of those fights because I know what the hell was done, and it's annoying. I can't watch those, bro. I could watch the ones that he lost clean in. But those Fury joints, I can't, bro. Because I know what happened and how he was treated and how the public treated him. I can't watch it, bro. And it seems like these people have similar outrage that I had for Devin and Deontay and Michael Fox. That was an attempt on his life with skin gloves. Ask me how many times I watched Cotto and Margarito 1 once I figured out what the fuck was going on. I can't watch that shit, man. The young brother in his 20s that was cool with Blue Blood died in the ring after his knockout loss. Bro, I can't watch that, bro. Man, get the hell out my sport, man. Are you using Katona Park, bro? Oh yeah, you could have hit me, bro. You could have hit me. It's all good. It's all good. You got my math. Hit me up, bro. Look at this. Terrell Williams should rot in jail for the rest of his life. Some nigga named El Cajon Wizard. Some other clown said he might have lived longer if this man did well. And they got a picture of Joseph Cooper. New York City, Jackie says, and Terrell Williams is still living freely. Disgusting. Man, shut up. Shut up. Now all of a sudden refs don't do their jobs, right? It's not only Devin. We've been talking about this. How many of y'all watch Stormy when he talks about a fucked off decision and how a ref didn't do his job? How many times the sensei got to tell you, watch boxing and stop dick watching? Y'all watch tattoos and cornrows. I'm watching boxing matches with 10 people in the stands. What are y'all doing? Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at this. Referee and opponent deserves to be charged for manslaughter on massive sanctions. This is disgusting. I'm reading this. This is crazy. Oh, now y'all are advocates for a fair sport. And I bet you all of these clowns here hate Devin, laughed at him, and don't care what happened to Ryan. And if those clowns fight, I'm talking about all the clowns that duck Devin. If this clown, Ryan, decides to fight Devin, you know what? They don't even want that fight because they know Ryan gonna get his ass kicked. Ryan knows he's gonna get his ass kicked. K Vision says, R.I.P., one of the saddest things I've ever seen. And you don't watch boxing, you asshole. Look at this. Referee of that fight should be in prison. Russell Mora, anyone? Russell Mora, anyone? Jack Reese, anyone? Look at this. He was murdered. Rest in peace. His legacy and injustice done to him will forever be remembered. Man, eat a dick between two slices of bread, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out my face, man. If doing too much was a person, fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Thank you, Tay-Tay. Ryan should be in prison. Ryan should be in prison. Ryan should be in prison, and Ryan should be, bro. Everybody should be protesting Ryan. The pillow biters, the Muslims, black people. Jews, right? Am I lying? He should be sued by Perfect Amino, Ashwagandha, Supercar, Scooter. He should be sued, all of that stuff. He violated. See, it's not about the fairness of the sport. It's about who suffers. It's about who suffers. Now, let me ask y'all a question. And don't take this in the wrong way. What did Prichard Cologne accomplish before his unfortunate accident? Was he a champion? Y'all put me on game. Was he a champion? Because last I remember, he was a rising star and, you know, handsome kid, had above average skills. He was a prospect, right? Did he have a belt? BVO, salute, brother. He was a prospect, right? Okay. Now, I know people are upset because of what happened to him. I get it. But even when fighters walk away from situations and you find out they've been cheated, but they're still healthy, I'm the person that attacks it. And I attack the cheater. And I've been consistent. I give Ryan Garcia the business just like I gave Jarrell Miller the business. And I don't like Anthony Joshua, but I gave him the business to his face. I said, bro, what was you trying to do? Oh, Drew, yeah, but if Devin popped dirty, how'd you act? You know what I would do if Devin popped dirty? I'd be on the phone with Bill like, nigga, I'm out here sticking up for you and protecting y'all integrity, and y'all do this? That's me. Salute, BVO, man. Keep grinding. That's big news, bro. Real shit. That's me, but what would y'all do? Got me out here looking stupid. That's how I felt with Canelo. Literally fussing with people on Facebook when I was on Facebook. With Canelo. And then he come on, bro. He ducked Golovkin the first time, dropped the whole belt. I didn't even defend that. Then there was some crap in between, and then he pops dirty. What am I supposed to do with that? Defend it? Nah, get out of here. I love the sport more than an individual fighter. I might have a lot of love for an individual fighter. But if you mess up like that, I have something called integrity. And that means you don't respect me or my support. Does it not? You used me. For some reason, you saw value in me. Thank you, Charlene. That's the word. Ethics. And you big lip baboons don't have no ethics. When we say there's no code, that's what we're talking about. It's something called the code of ethics. Y'all have none of that. If you could look past how Tank Davis has behaved outside of the ring, there's something wrong with you. Salute my brother, Lord Sweat Real. Real Baltimore in the building. Not that fake shit. Real B More. Jarrell Miller from BK, he's from my city. I'm from the Bronx, he's from Brooklyn. But I was rooting for him off a general principle, and I really thought he could do it. But he had me out here looking stupid when he has a whole pharmacy in his system. I'm like, come on, bro. What am I supposed to do? Get on here and start capping for him? Yo, listen, man. Look, man, AJ be doing stuff too. He just ain't been caught. Come on, man. How does that sound? You know what that sounds like? Yo, Ryan got caught. Yeah, but Victor Conte, hold on, what? Huh? Victor Conte has nothing to do. And then when I asked him, all right, name the fighters or any athlete on the snack program that popped dirty because, listen to the question. Name the athlete that popped dirty because of the snack product. Go. And they don't have anybody. Then they start making shit up. Oh, well, he's the juice man. He knows how to beat tests. No. He got caught. He was tried. He was convicted. And he came back. And by the way, if you check my body of work, I asked a question. Victor Conte is coming to work in the sport of boxing. Are y'all cool with this? I asked that question. One of my least watched lives. So I said, I guess y'all cool with it. Copper, what up? I guess y'all cool with it. And I left it alone. Oh, Devin's with the juice man. Well, so was Bud. So was Caleb Plant. So was Ryan. Ryan wasn't on snack when he popped. That's why we're bringing up Victor Conte. Why is it that no one brings up, what was that fat nigga name that worked with Tyson Fury? He has a Muslim name. That giant dude from the UK who talked about beating drug tests. Not only did he work with Fury, he worked for Conor Ben. The real juice man. Usman was his last name or something. Uzi. No one talks about that. I did. I talked about him. Where were y'all? I said, yo, Conor Ben was working with him and he popped. Wait a minute. Fury was working with him. And they're talking about boar testicles. Huh? That's the juice, man. But I'm sorry. We support Wilder. We support Haney. And y'all don't support them. The whole point of this live is to put you clowns on full blast. Don't you dare say rest in peace or rest in power to Prichard Cologne at all. Don't you dare. Because you don't mean it. Because I'm going to say 98% of you that is in these comment sections and y'all calling for the head of the referee and Terrell Williams and all of this newfound anger, y'all sat up here and watched Ryan Garcia cheat and get caught and y'all don't care. The man said, I want a steroid league. Yeah, True Boxing Night. Martin Careford is probably dead. Yeah, Daniel Kennedy running around in boxing, and because of his affiliation with Tyson Fury's affiliation with him, he was banned from the country. He was recently allowed back in America like 3 weeks ago. He was banned for years. And nobody mentioned that. But when Devin Haney had to go to Australia by himself with like 3 people in his corner, there was no uproar over here. Nobody said, hey, man, let his father in the country. They didn't let Bill over there until like the last hour. He was over there with no cut man. They stopped this fucking cut man at customs at the airport. Y'all want to talk about R.I.P. to Prichard Cologne. Yeah, I can say that. I can say that. Because I'm interested in fairness of the sport. And like I said, I don't remember the fight, but y'all going to make me go ahead and watch this upsetting thing. And if there's rabbit punches, I will get back on there and say, hey, man, there was a lot of rabbit punches. But you know what I'm learning? Y'all done told, y'all told on yourselves. Because if y'all could see the injustice of that fight, I know y'all saw what I saw. Devin and Ryan, Fury and Wilder, Mares and Akbeko. I know you saw it. You saw what I saw, but you're selective. And if you're selective, you don't need to be here talking about rest in power to this king. Because you don't mean it. It's just the proper thing for you to do. But I see you. I see you. Hold on. Oh shit, Deontay spoke on that? Hold on. Oh, yeah, he did. Wait a minute. I turned the sound on this. Okay.
This man ain't have no kids.
He sure did.
Y'all understand, man. Y'all don't fucking understand what we go through, man. And I don't even know him like that. But I always be an advocate for us because this man would never know what it feel like to be somebody's father. And that's some of the precious thing in the world, to be somebody's father. But he'll never be nobody's father, man. This man will never have a natural childhood of living again because he got in the ring to support his family. But now, his family got to take care of him for the rest of his life. He probably would have the breadwinner of his family. And now they looking seeking for help and shit like that. That's why you can't play this. This is serious.
Man, I remember that. That was a night he knocked out Hellenist. And you know how these sons of bitches handled that? They said, oh, Fury humbled him, which is why he was like that. No, Deontay always been like that. You effing idiots. He's always been like that. He's always been like that. Now, if y'all want to blame Prichard's condition off of rabbit punches, I can't say I'm not a doctor, man. What was the name of the young brother that died? That Blue, I asked y'all earlier. Y'all probably put it in there. I probably didn't see the chat. But Blue knew him personally. He died in the ring, man. Kid was like 23, 24 years old. So things happen. This is the barbaric sport, and there's something sick with us that we love the sport. But if they're going to do it, Patrick Day, thank you, Brandon. That's him. It was Patrick Day. And if these warriors choose to do this, it's fine. It's up to them. But listen, man, if you agree to do this, all I ask is for a clean fucking sport. If you can't keep the needle out your ass and you're a cheater, get out. Get out. Just get out. Because this could be the result. Devin got dropped 3 times, and the kid was pretty tough for his own good, but, he got through the fight. But he was hurt. And instead of calling him a dog and Devin's tough, y'all clowned him. And then when you find out this dude cheated, he start lying. And then y'all disregard it all. And he attacked ethnicities and people's lifestyle, everything. Y'all didn't care. Tyson Fury Wilder, y'all didn't care. Michael Fox and Gabriel Mastery, y'all didn't care. Prichard Colonis, rest in peace, right? And y'all want the blood of Terrell Williams, whatever his name is. And Joseph Cooper. Y'all want blood now? You don't deserve to weep for Prichard because you don't mean it. Get out my sport. Get out of my sport. This is unfortunate what happened to Prichard. And I'm sending prayers to him and his family. But the rest of you, y'all know who you are. I had a clown in here. We had the block who has multiple accounts. You clowns. You don't like boxing. You like men. Yeah, Prince, send it to me. You know what? While I'm at it, here's what you do. Here's what y'all do. Go to Rumble right now for the last 10 minutes of this. Go to Rumble. There's a link right there. Go to Rumble. Go right now. We closing up YouTube right now. The rest of what I got to say for my final 10 minutes is not for YouTube. I said what I had to say. And YouTube's messing with my audio anyway. Go to Rumble. There's the link. Go to Rumble right now. Go to Rumble right now. Go to Rumble. Go to Rumble.